Hello YouTube, Dylan the Shadal Duelist here, and today I am bringing you 3 Salamangreat duels. Why Salamangreat? Because Salamangreats have finally hit the TCG and have already started making waves in the competitive scene, especially since Salamangreats came in second at YCS Dusseldorf, I believe that's how you pronounce it, being beaten only by, of course, Orcust, which, as an Orcust player, very, very exciting. So today I am bringing to you 3 Salamangreat duels just to showcase why the deck is doing so well, and if you still aren't fully on the Salamangreat hype train, well, hopefully this will help you get on the hype train, because Salamangreats are fantastic. So, our first matchup is against Heroes, and I start off pretty strong. I summon my Foxy, and I'm able to get Circle to my hand. Circle searches out my Spinny. So I'm going to summon Balinx here. Sorry about that. So, Balinx is going to search out our Salamangreat Sanctuary, and Gazelle will summon itself, chain blocking any Ash that happened to come by, and that is why Gazelle is so great, because it really helps with chain blocking. So, we're going to summon Stalio, summon Sunlight Wolf, then Reincarnation Sunlight Wolf, and summon the Jack Jaguar that we summoned off of Stalio and used for material. By returning a copy of Sunlight Wolf to the extra deck. So we have a pretty decent board here. We have Salamangreat Roar, Lost Wind, and 2 Effect Veilers. So we have a really decent board here. So he's going to summon the Elemental Hero Blazeman in an attempt to get the effect off. I'm going to negate that with Effect Veiler. He is going to try to use Neos Fusion, and again, Roar says, no fusing for you today, boy. So I'm going to summon a copy of Foul with Mirage Stalio, and then summon Gazelle, and then I'm going to go into number 41, Bagooska. Now, Bagooska is such a great card in Salamangreats. Salamangreats are essentially a offensive stun deck. That's how I personally like to refer them to as, And so when you can make Bagooska, definitely try and make Bagooska, because it shuts off so many other decks and really doesn't hurt your Salamangreats at all, because you're mostly going for your Link summons, and by the time you're summoning Bagooska, you've already got your Links established. So we're going to bounce the Blazeman, Reincarnation Link, Heat Leo, and summon Sunlight Wolf back. So we have a really decent board. We have Heat Leo, Sunlight Wolf, Bagooska with a Rage, Lost Wind, and Roar. So, with Heat Leo being Reincarnation linked, we can get, if we need to, a possibility up to 3 pops with Roar, with Rage, which is really, really nice. So he's going to try to use Blazeman again. Unfortunately, because of Bagooska, that doesn't work, and neither would the Trinity. Usually the Trinity would be a bit scary, but, I mean, again, I have a Rage set, and I have Lost Wind. But because of Bagooska, there's nothing he can do, and I would have OTK'd him next turn, so he just scoops that up, and that is our first win with Salamangreat. So, next up, we have pure Kaijus, which you don't see very often. So, of course, going first, I'm going to summon Spinny and summon Foul. Foul is another great way. Let's say you're summoning Foxy, and you have Foul in your hand, you can chain block any Ash attempt with Foul, which is really nice. And plus, it's a free body on the board. So, of course, we're going to do our Balinx Gazelle combo, get Roar into the grave, activate our Sanctuary, get our Mirage out, and this is basically going to be, this is your bread and butter move, basically, to get Stalio on the field, and unfortunately, I can't summon Jack Jaguar, because I did misplay where I summoned Foul. If I had summoned Foul here or here, I could have summoned Jack Jaguar and gone for an instant Bagooska, but, of course, I didn't know he was playing Kaijus, so he'll actually, right here, he's going to try and activate Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, which I'm going to negate with Roar. He is going to get rid of my Stalio, with his Kaijus, and get his Juzakiru on the field. I am going to Twin Twister his face down by using Falco, and that's really not a neg, because Falco recurs a spell and trap card when it is sent to the graveyard. So I am going to summon the Heat Leo, and then get Jack Jaguar back onto the field, and here go for Bagooska, and then I'm going to Reincarnation Link Heat Leo, Unfortunately, there's not much I can do at this moment with Jizakiru, because, well, I did Reincarnation Link Heatleo. I did not realize, and this was totally my misplay, that Heatleo only reduces the attack by the amount of, or basically, Heatleo, once Reincarnation summoned, you can target one monster in your graveyard and one monster your opponent controls, and basically make that attack the same as the monster in your graveyard. So, but it's only the attack. I thought it was attack and defense, truth be told. So, wasn't much able to do much. He did try and get rid of the Heatleo, but I did have Balinks in the grave, so I was able to protect it. I do get a mirror off of the Foxy search. I am going to Reincarnation Link Heatleo again and use its effect to get Jizakiru down to the point where I can get rid of it. So, as you can see here, I summoned the Update Jammer, and then I used Update Jammer to summon Transco Talker. Now, unfortunately, Mir was in the arrow that Transco Talker was pointing to, so I couldn't actually use its effect to summon a Cyberse Link monster from my graveyard. But no worries, because Falco was in the grave, and Falco can actually special summon itself by bouncing a Salamangreat monster on the field. So I just bounced Mir, freeing up the space. Now, Transco Talker is such a good card. I 100% recommend fitting at least one copy of Transco Talker into your Salamangreat decks, because of course, there is the Update Jammer OTK, where basically you use Update Jammer to go into Transco Talker, allowing it to attack twice, and then you special summon Update Jammer back to Transco Talker's Link Arrow, and with them being co-linked, they both get a boost, and that's an OTK. However, Transco Talker can actually summon back any of your other Salamangreat Link monsters, so that's really good to know as well. So I am going to run over his Jizakiru and then attack twice with Transcode and finish him off with Update Jammer. So, as you can see, very, very powerful combination here. So definitely run Transco Talker, and if you can, Update Jammer, because the OTK is really, really nice. So, last duel of the day is against Trickstars, and Trickstars aren't meta anymore, but they're definitely not out of it. They're a decent row contender, especially with the release of Korobane into the TCG. So as you can see, I'm just doing my regular plays. I don't actually get the Roar, unfortunately, but that's not too big of a deal. I am able to, as you can see, I have Lost Wind and Ash Blossom in my hand, so that's really nice. He does some of the Eater of Millions, which was a popular tech in Trickstars. I believe it did eventually fall out of favor, but it is still used in some lists, obviously. So he does attempt to get rid of my Sunlight Wolf, but I am just going to Lost Wind him, so not only can he not banish it, but he loses all of his attack as well, and he just takes 1800 to the face. So I am going to get Foxy and get the Roar out of it. He does activate Reincarnation. I do try to Ash it, but he does summon another one. Sorry about that. So he does actually activate the third Reincarnation. He had all three Reincarnations in his hand, but Salamangreats don't really care about Trickstar Reincarnation, truth be told. So I do get the Baguska out, and I do have pretty decent damage on the board with Heatleo and Sunlight Wolf, and then I have my another Lost Wind and Twin Twisters set. So there really wasn't too much he could do. He did summon the Bloody Mary, which is unaffected by Baguska, but I do use it. You use Lost Wind on it. He does summon Delphindium by using the Reincarnation, which allows me to get both my Lost Winds back, which is nice. And he is just going to keep recurring with the annoying Reincarnation. So as you can see here, Raccoon activates. Raccoon is a really good one-of. It's a hand trap for the archetype that basically boosts your life points by the attack of an attacking monster that's attacking your your Salamangreat monster, and then that Salamangreat monster can't be destroyed by battle for the rest of that turn. So that's really nice. It protects my Sunlight Wolf and gives me some life points back, especially considering Delphindium was at 44 right then. So he does set his true Reincarnations, and I activate Twin Twisters at the end phase. Does kind of help him in the long run, simply because of the fact that Reincarnation is basically a monster reborn for Trickstars. So I am going to get the Transco Talker play out, get my second Salamangreat Heat Leo out, get my Jack Jaguar, and summon my Foxy, and as you can see, I'm just going wild. I am able to reduce his Delphinium to 0 attack because of Ash Blossom in my grave. As you can see, Ash Blossom is 0 attack, and that's why Ash Blossom is such a great card in the deck. Is a Heat Leo target and a Sunlight Wolf target, so definitely run 3 Ash Blossoms, and with it being in the structure deck, there's really no excuse not to. So he is going to summon Corobane back and get some life points with Bloody Mary, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough to save him because I have just enough damage with the one Heat Leo to finish the game. So, as you guys can see, Salamangreats are a great deck, and it's no wonder they have become so popular so quickly and have shown that they are definitely meta-relevant in the TCG. I even said before they were released in the TCG, if they weren't going to be meta-relevant, they'd at least be rogue status, but clearly Salamangreats are a meta contender, and it's easy to see why. The consistency and the power the deck has is incredible. So, Decklist is going to be 3 Gazelle, pure staple. I prefer running 3 Foxy because I love seeing Foxy in my opening hand. It helps open up so many plays, especially with the amount of Salamangreat cards I run. 1 Jack Jaguar, this is your Stalio target. 1 Raccoon, like I said, it's a great hand trap, but you don't really need to see it. Seeing it's always nice. You don't want it to clog your hand, though. 3 Spinny, again, super important card. 1 Mirror. I know a lot of people don't like running Mirror, but personally, I like it. It's a free body. Falco helps you recur your spells and traps, and it's a level 4 for your Baguska plays. Same with Foul, helps chain block, free body, level 4. Lady Debug, super important in the deck, is your other searcher. Ash Blossom, no excuse not to run this in the deck. It has so many good applications, and it already comes in the structure deck, so there you go. Effect Veiler. Now, a lot of people run Infinite Impermanence. However, if you're a budget player like me, Effect Veiler is definitely the way to go. Just, it's up to personal preference. If you have the money or you already have the impermanences, definitely run them. But if not, Effect Veiler is totally fine. Salamangreat Circle, your main searcher of the deck, gets you any of your Salamangreat monsters. You're either, if you don't open up Gazelle or Spinny, you're definitely going to be searching one of these two. Will the Salamangreats, it's a monster reborn, basically. Salamangreat Sanctuary allows you to reincarnation link it all. Don't need to run more than 1 because it is searchable through Balinks. Called by the Grave, I should say, not Called the Haunted. It helps you obviously deal with ashes in case you can't chain block for whatever reason. Also just really good against certain other decks that are really graveyard heavy. Twin Twisters gets your Salamangreats into the grave, which they don't mind, especially Falco and Spinny, and then also just really helps against back row heavy decks. 1 Rage, 2 Roars, and 3 Lost Winds. These are your main disruptors. I run 2 Roars. You really don't mind seeing this in your opening hand, because if you open Roar, you can just search out Rage with Gazelle. So definitely run 2 Roars, 1 Rage. That's my preferred ratio. Onto the extra deck, we have our 3 Balinks, 3 Sunlight Wolves, and 2 Heat Leos. In terms of our TCG Legal Link monsters, this is the build, this is the ratio I personally like. Some people only run 2 Wolves, some people run 2 Balinks. Really, it's up to personal preference. Nightmare Package, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, just, for removal, and also Phoenix doesn't conflict with Stalio because it is a fire monster, so if you summon this late game, that's really typically not a problem. Update Jammer because it allows you to OTK with Transco Talker. Transco Talker, as I mentioned before, can revive your Update Jammer, but it also revives all of your Salamangreats, which is really nice. Morale Stalio, it's your MX Saber for the deck. It's super important you get this because it really helps you extend your plays. Levier the Sea Dragon. In theory, this card helps you get back your Spinny or any other, let's say something gets hit by, Called by the Grave, you can get it back with Levier. I've never seen the need to use it. You can definitely drop Levier. I'm probably going to drop it. And of course, number 41, Baguska. Definitely a great card in any stun deck, and you can easily make it in in Salamangreats, and it does not conflict with your plays at all. So that is the Salamangreat duels and deck list I have for you guys today. I remember the very first Salamangreat replay I uploaded, you guys asked for the deck profile, which I totally forgot to do, which is, I apologize, guys. But this is the deck profile that I'm currently running. Like I said, I'm probably going to get rid of Levier, see what I can do with the deck. It's super consistent, though. It's really, really nice. So if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, guys, this is Dylan the Shadal Duelist, signing out.